Hi Virgo, how you doing? This is your April tarot. This is for Virgo rising, but if you want to listen for another Virgo placement, you're welcome to do so as well. It's Saturn day right now, April 5th, so we are in the more Taurian side of Aries season. It's still Aries season as I film. How are you, my loves? How are you? Leave me a comment, Virgo. How have you been doing? Aries season, your 8th house season. And right now we've got Mars, the ruler of your 8th house, in your 11th house, the house of wishes, ambitions, all the good stuff rained on us from the gods. Blessings, it's a blessings house. But yeah, Aries season itself is your 8th house season. So a lot of Virgos can be going through illuminations of or revitalizations of 8th house stuff. And what is the 8th house? It is stuff like debt and death and contracts, and also the things that you want to get back from all that you put in earlier, or all that you are putting in. So it's the house of like what you reap. And it's also the house of anxiety over the future. So not the easiest Aries season, because this ruler of your 8th house, Virgo, is in Cancer in his fall in the 11th house. It's kind of like this feeling of fear surrounding like your wishes for some of you, or getting overly anxious about your goals or like something or someone that you want. And yeah, just there could be a lot of fear for you. And I really think for Virgos, things will get better once the sun leaves Aries and enters your 9th house, because that is the sun's joy. So he is going to love being there, and it's just a much more positive house generally, the 9th house, and that's more like trips abroad. It's more like doing some kind of higher thing, maybe in spiritual or religious thing, or going and taking some course. It's also astrology, but it's anything or anyone even, because the 9th house is the house of uncles, did you know? And kind of quote-unquote masculine divinities and gods. So I think mid to late April could be where things just basically take more of a positive turn for you, Virgo, or your mood starts to lift. And things could, just be more about like higher learning or feeling back on the right track. But right now, it could be more of senses of fear, but also, as I said before, like the sun is a revitalizer, so revitalizations in your 8th house. So there could be more confidence and more energy brought for you right now when it comes to 8th house stuff, like debts or like anxieties about your future, and anxieties about like the progress or the produce of your wishes, your ambitions. Or maybe someone or something is giving you more confidence right now in some 8th house realm. And this is going to be your core card, the Queen of Pentacles. Taurus season. This is what this screams to me. Taurus season, and financial stuff getting better for you. Feeling more financially secure, or that your investments are somehow paying off more, Virgo. And you know what? This is a snake year that we are starting off with. In Aries season, and also like Pisces season earlier on, we had the snake season officially beginning. And I think for Virgos, the snake year is a very good year. It's got that spiritually feminine energy, I think you're going to be having a good go at it, you know? But we also kicked off Aries season with these retrogrades and coming off a dragon year. There can be a bit of that slow start energy, or needing to have yourself, Virgo, like pulled off or pulled away from the sluggish or that kind of stuck in the mud vibes, or depression even for some of you. And we've got wow, we have your card, by the way, the Hermit, coming out with these in this kind of quadruplet of cards. We've got the Two of Cups, Judgment, Hermit, and the Three of Wands. I think for a lot of you Virgos in your recent past, someone or something, they may well have been a Virgo themselves, someone or something, really just, yeah, they gave you a nice pep talk or some nice advice, or they did something or they're going to, in early April, do something that just wakes you up a bit, you know, Virgo, or gives you a confidence boost. And you're able, with the Three of Wands here, you're able to see those ships coming in. This is the classical ships coming in card, the Three of Wands. But like, yeah, you're basically, I think, able to see things in a more optimistic light. And look at that, the Knight of Wands, one of my favorite cards in the tarot, this one. So mid-April, or for some of you maybe now, you are in this Knight of Wands, go get 'em type of vibe. You're feeling more optimistic, you're able to pick yourself up, Virgo, and also keep going, keep riding, even if you don't know for sure how something's gonna go. But yeah, I think the snake year, as I was saying, is going to be a great year for many Virgos, because a lot of Virgo risings typically are very careful, very prudent with their choices. And you, Virgo, you are the Hermit. This is your card, right? Obviously you're the Hermit in the tarot, but also Virgo risings, you are the Fox, you are the Tree Whisperer, you are many different archetypes. But you are also the divine decision maker. You are, Virgo season itself is the season of the divinity in the decision. That's the time of the year when we're asked, all of us, to pay more special attention to the consequences of our choices, and especially when it comes to wrapping things up or giving things that kind of spiritual midterm assessment. That's all Virgo stuff, and it's all stuff that you're familiar with. So yeah, that's why I think the snake year for many Virgos will be a great year. It's just that maybe you're not feeling it right now, you know? Maybe it's just not starting off like that. But this Aries season is like a slow cooker kind of season, I think, you know? It's not the textbook Aries season. And it might also, because Mars is in Cancer, it might have to do with, yeah, like dealing with emotional stuff. Being in your feelings, Virgo. Four of Swords. So later, this is getting now into mid to late April, you're going to be more in this Four of Swords mind, Virgo. Peace. Good vibes. I like that. You know, especially for those of you who have been in some kind of dark place mentally, or you just needed someone to talk to. Again, maybe this Virgo, this Hermit card is an actual Virgo in your life. Maybe them doing this judgment horn blow thing for you, maybe that really was the conversation that you needed to help get something off your chest or communicate some things. Also, some of you are feeling in a more comfortable place in Aries/Taurus season to say what you want to say, to communicate. You know, if you don't like this, you're able to say it, and you will be respected and admired more for saying it. This card wants to come out. What is it? Oh, Two of Swords. You'll be more respected and admired for doing that. People will, yeah, they'll get what you're saying. They'll take what you have to say. Maybe in late April, there's something that you have to make a decision about, or there's some mental balance that you have to start working on achieving, Virgo. And that's why you need to get into this more kind of confident peace mindset. And yes, obviously your core card is the Queen of Pentacles. It's a very Taurian card, this one. But it also, I think for a lot of you, has to do with your money and just letting your money and your financial stuff work itself out. Which I know for a lot of Virgos doesn't sound very attractive or logical, but sometimes you have to be like that. You have to let go for some things to work, for some things to spin. And we have Mercury in Pisces right now, retrograde. And that's, you know, a lot of Virgos will be, for example, rethinking about exes. They will be communicating, texting exes again, or exes will text them again, and there will be a lot of, or even if it's like thinking mentally about, you know, what was it that was different between us? You know, why did we break up, or why did this happen? Why did that happen? And was it because we are different in terms of how we think? Or was it because we have different love languages, or this type of stuff? It's all getting like messy and gooey for a lot of you, or has been, with Mercury back in Pisces and retrograde still. There could be a lot of that for you, Virgo, and it's in your 7th house, this Mercury retrograde. So that is your committed partner's house. That is your house of others. And of course, Mercury is your life path ruler. So that's you as an individual being put again, or brought back in many ways, into your 7th house, spiritually speaking. So that could be you being the one who texts or thinks about, or some of you, if you have been living apart from your partner or partners, you are now, or you're about to live together with them or get closer to them in some sense. And maybe that's something that you're having to decide on later in April. And the decision requires some peace of mind or some passivity, and also, like I said before, some need to let things go so that they can work themselves out. That Queen of Pentacles, letting things come to you. Let's get you one more card, Virgo. But yeah, speak in your mind, especially if you see something, someone, or some behavior that you don't like, Virgo, just like communicate it, because you've got the Knight of Wands here, followed by the Four of Swords. I think there's almost like a cool energy that you're giving off at this time, Virgo, and people will respect it. As I said, they'll respect it, so don't be afraid. Especially if it has also to do with like your vision. If your vision is something like financial, entrepreneurial, don't be afraid to speak on the things that might get in the way of that or distract you from that. Or even for some of you, this Knight of Wands represents a kind of Knight of Wands fire horse type person who's coming in with some very attractive offer, or a huge boost, maybe even ego boost or passion injection, Virgo. They could even be a Virgo themselves, with this Knight of Wands being under the Hermit, coming in and giving you some boost that has to do with something Pentacles, your finances, your investments. But yeah, you know, Mars in your 11th house, it can have that nature, at least in the beginning of April, of like, I just don't feel like the things I wish for are like being manifested, or it's not going the way I want it to go. It's not working out how I want it right now, but it will. But I think a lot of it rests on these swords energies. Okay, we've got 2 cards coming out. Wow, look at that. The Fool card and the Ten of Pentacles coming out together. And I have this lyric going through my head now, let it all hang out. That's what I have. And this is what we've got lyrically with the Ten of Cups and the Fool card for you, Virgo. Let it all hang out. Maybe even in some kind of Knight of Wands way. Just be that fire horse. Ride with passion. And maybe like just listen to some cool or groovy music, or go to a disco or something, Virgo. This is the Friday night disco card, I call it, the Ten of Cups, by the way. The Friday night disco card. Some of you might want to let your hair down in some way with the Fool as well. This is the Aries card, by the way, the Aries season card too, we could say. But coming out together with the Ten of Cups, I just have for you, maybe at the end of April, maybe some of you will celebrate something, or it's about getting into more of letting loose kind of vibe. Taurus season is something familiar for Virgos because they're both earth signs, but it's fixed earth, but it's also Venusian earth. And Venus, where is she? I said earlier she's in, did I say? Anyway, she's in Pisces right now, retrograde. She's in her joy right now. And Venus in Pisces, or like Venus in general, is pleasure and rituals of like purification and rituals of love and cleanliness and joy and many other things that sometimes for the Mercury ruled Virgo can, I don't know, they can seem superfluous or frivolous or unnecessary, but I'm getting anyway this message for you come Taurus season of you're just more mentally at peace. And Venus, of course, is very much associated with peace and peacemaking and these energies of softening things. So there could be some of that for you in Taurus season. You're just getting more into this Venusian style of earth energy. So I like that. We love that for you. And we've got at the bottom of the deck, wow, the overarching energy of death. So look at this. The death card is one of these cards of something is done, a chapter is ended, and now you are moving or moved out of that thing. It's not a card to be afraid of. And that thing may well be what this, for some of you, this actual Virgo person has helped you with or is helping you with. Or it's some kind of Virgoan or hermit type of conversation, announcement that heals you or has healed you in some way, Virgo, and it's helping you move out of that stuck space or that sluggishness, and you're just going to pick up speed and also feel more optimistic because you've got the Three of Wands here, the vision card, the ship's coming in for you, Virgo, and you're going to get picking up speed and feel more confident mentally, and you're by the end of April going to be throwing yourself into something or celebrating. I think come like end of April into May, a lot of Virgos, or anyway Virgo risings especially, going to feel much more in their vibe because we've got Gemini season coming later, which is the other mercurial season, Virgo and Gemini. So come Gemini season, come the spiritual spring when it's in full throttle, I think it's going to be, yeah, this very Fool with 10 of Cups energy of like just a freaking earthy Venusian Friday night disco, throw ourselves into it type of energy. So that's what I have for you, my loves Virgo. Let me know how your Aries season is going, and do subscribe if you like what I do, and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.